Hey folks, this is Shane. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I am out on a little Parks on the Air rove, activating 4 or 5 parks today, maybe 6. I don't know. I'm kind of winging it right now. And I was going to do a big video on this rove, showing all the different styles of operation you can do while doing Parks on the Air, using different setups, different antennas, different radios. But to be blunt, that would have been either a very, very long video or a series of videos, and I'm too lazy to do that much editing. But if you want more information on a rove for Parks on the Air and how much fun it can be, I did a video not too long ago. I'll have that linked in the end of this one. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk to the preppers out there who look at Parks on the Air or Summits on the Air as just a silly radio game, and you don't pay any much attention to it because there's no real skills to be learned from it. It's just random contacts, and to a point you are correct. It is just a game, right? The point of this video is for the prepper type people who want to use ham radio for emergency comms. They don't, a lot of them, a lot of the preppers are not really preppers, they're gear collectors, right? You have a stockpile of ammo and food and a bunch of cool guy gadgets, but you don't use them. And some of those cool guy gadgets might be a radio like this Yaesu 891 in a battery box, but it just sits in the corner not being used. Or occasionally you use it with a training partner, very similar to like what the tech prepper Gaston does quite a bit. And I have a lot of admiration for him, and I enjoy his videos, and I'm in agreement that if you're going to be using amateur radio in a preparedness mindset, you should prepare with it, have established contacts in different areas that you can work with in an event of emergency. But with that said, it can be difficult to set up a training schedule of other people working around their work schedules and life schedules and everything, and not always having the right band conditions to make targeted contact. Definitely pursue making targeted contacts if you can. But I think a lot of people are missing out on a good practice opportunities and self-training by playing the games of Parks on the Air and Summits on the Air. Reason for that, especially Parks on the Air in the United States, has a huge following for hunters, right? If you set up and you spot yourself on any of the spotting sites for Parks on the Air, within a few minutes you'll have a pileup, which will give you great opportunity to hone your radio skills as far as picking out signals, picking out call signs, triaging a pileup, and getting the information relayed back and forth. Granted, in an emergency situation, you're probably not going to be dealing with a pileup, but honing those skills at that level of a pileup can be very useful for communicating in a small, organized net of 2, 3, 5 individuals, right? Plus, you get your repetitions of getting your gear out, setting it up, taking it down, finding out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, learning the ins and outs of your radio as far as filtering and all the settings to make your signal better, figuring out how long your battery will last you at different settings, find out what works for you for antennas, what works for you for coax, secondary gear, as basic as using these wraps from the photography world to protect your gear when you put in a backpack. Figure out how to set up an antenna in a less than ideal setting, adapting, overcoming. You'll whittle your way through gear that doesn't work for you, and you'll find gear that does work for you, and you do all the little hacks that will set it up to make your setups and takedowns that much more efficient and better all around. So basically what I'm saying is you can use these games that are running 24/7 to build your experience with training partners who don't even know they're your training partner. So just some food for thought for your preppers out there. Yes, Parks on the Air and some that's on the air are games. They're just silly games. They're a lot of fun. They're a little bit addicting, and they give you a good training opportunity. So just want to throw that out there. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.